Champions League finalists.
Very big moment, but no!
It's Ronaldo! It is!
Samiro! Oh, he's found a way!
Oh, Messi!
He's getting along!
From the Champions League jackpot.
There have been some crazy moments in Champions League history.
Now on the Paris Saint-Germain defence, it's Neymar trying to feed it through.
Like Barcelona overturning a 5-goal lead against PSG in 2017, Sergio Ramos' 93rd minute equalizer against Atlético Madrid in the 2014 final, Liverpool cancelling Barcelona's 3-goal lead in the 2019 semi-final, and the Karius nightmare in the 2018 final.
Subito la palla dentro per Milito, attenzione, Milito, solo il colpo di testa in tuffo di Neuer, poi Necchi ci prova, porta vuota,
But did you know that some of the craziest moments of the competition didn't happen in the semi-finals or even the finals? They happened in the quarter-finals. Some of these games were more dramatic than most finals. Number 1. Roma vs Barcelona, 2018. With Lionel Messi, Suarez, Piqué, Dembele and Iniesta all at Barca, the match was won even before it was played. It was like Roma had to show up to avoid UEFA's sanctions. Roma's fate became almost certain when the first leg ended 4-1 in favour of Barcelona at the Camp Nou. But then the magic happened. 6 minutes into the second leg at the Stadio Olimpico, Edin Dzeko found the back of the net. Not even Roma fans thought it was something serious because they needed to score at least 2 more goals and prevent Barca from scoring. Surprisingly, they won a penalty in the second half, which De Rossi converted, knowing that with 1 more goal they could do the unthinkable and eliminate Messi's Barcelona. Roma kept pressuring and pressuring and pressuring until the 82nd minute, when Kostas Manolas headed home from close range. Barcelona wanted to redeem themselves, but Roma had already parked the bus. Roma won on away goals and is regarded as one of the best comebacks from an underdog in the Champions League. This was not the first time Roma got involved in a dramatic quarter-final. 11 years earlier, they got the embarrassment of their life from Manchester United. Number 2. Manchester United vs Roma, 2007. Roma pulled off an impressive 2-1 win over Manchester United in the first leg of the 2007 Champions League. Everyone went home thinking the second leg would be a do-or-die encounter for both sides, with many ruling out Man United's qualifying chances for the semi-finals. Little did the world know that the English side was plotting an ambush to avenge the first leg defeat. When the battle began at Old Trafford on April 10, 2007, Manchester United cancelled the 1-goal lead in the 11th minute and scored 3 goals in less than 20 minutes. They must be angry with Roma for daring to win the first leg, because the goals kept coming in until they reached 7. Although the Italian side scored 1 goal, both legs ended 8-3 on aggregate, with Ronaldo and Karius scoring 2 goals each. It was the second highest win in the Champions League quarter-finals, but at least it was not as humiliating as number 3. Number 3. Bayern vs Barcelona, 2020. Let's assume QPR qualified for the Champions League and faced Real Madrid. It is unlikely that the scoreline for the 2 legs would be up to 8-2, but that was the scoreline when Bayern Munich faced Barcelona in 2020. It was not even a double fixture because, during the lockdown, the home and away fixtures were replaced with a single game on neutral ground. It seemed like the Barcelona team came to play football, while Bayern Munich went for a basketball game. Not even Messi could rescue his team. To this day, it is the highest win in the competition's quarter-final, but there can't be more drama than number 4. Number 4. Tottenham vs Man City, 2019. This game didn't make the list because of the number of goals scored, but because of how tense it was. Tottenham had won the first leg and prevented Man City from getting that crucial away goal, preparing the ground for a mind-blowing second leg. Mind-blowing it was, because in 10 minutes, both sides scored 2 goals each. The first half ended 3-2 in favour of Manchester City, but the real drama came in the second half, with Man City extending the lead to 4-2. All hope seemed lost for Spurs, until Llorente smuggled a goal into City's net. After celebrating like he'd won the World Cup, the video assistant referee called for a check. The noisy stadium went silent as they awaited the verdict. The referee pointed at the middle, and that was a goal. City needed to score again to progress to the semi-finals. Then, in the 92nd minute, Sterling did the magic and scored the long-awaited goal. The Etihad went wild, Guardiola running to the fans, Hugo Lloris sitting hopelessly on the pitch, and a disappointed Pochettino wanting to exit the stadium. Suddenly, the referee made the TV sign. It was a VAR check, and the verdict was an offside against Kun Aguero. Yes, Tottenham had won the dramatic encounter thanks to the away goal rule, but at least Man City were not defending champions like number 5. Number 5. Deportivo vs Milan, 2004. Kaka, Maldini, Shevchenko, Seedorf, Pirlo, Nesta, Inzaghi, Gattuso, and the powerful Cafu were all part of Milan's team for the 2004 Champions League. They'd won it in the previous year and were clear favourites that year too. Their 4-1 win over Deportivo La Coruna in the first leg proved that they were ready to crush anyone. But when the second leg came, the team of unknown soldiers completed one of the wildest turnarounds against the team of world stars. They scored 1, 2, 3, 4 goals and made a wall of bricks in front of their goalpost. Deportivo won 5-4 on aggregate and progressed to the semi-final. Number 6. Juventus vs Real Madrid, 2018. Having lost the 2017 Champions League final to Real Madrid, Juventus were, unfortunately, drawn with the defending champions again in the 2018 quarter-finals. As worthy champions, Real Madrid trashed Juve 3-0 in the first leg, with Ronaldo scoring twice. With Ramos, Marcelo, Modric, Kroos, Benzema, and the tireless Ronaldo in the team, there seems to be nothing Juve can do to help themselves. But, to everyone's surprise, Mandzukic became like Ronaldo in the second leg, scoring twice in the first half.
Off we go, the second leg of the tie that is in Real Madrid's hands. Here's Khedira with the first chance, and there is the perfect start!
And Matuidi equaling the scoreline in the 60th minute. It was now a 50-50 game, with both sides threatening to score. All 90 minutes were exhausted, and everyone was looking forward to extra time when Michael Oliver pointed to the spot in the 93rd minute. He had judged Benetia's foul on Vasquez as a penalty. The controversial decision turned the calm Juve team into roaring lions. They protested and protested, but the penalty stands. What happened next was even worse. The referee issued a straight red card to Buffon for protesting, forcing Juve to introduce a new goalkeeper, who couldn't stop Ronaldo from scoring from the spot. It was heartbreaking, especially for Buffon, who was fighting his last battle for the Champions League trophy. Number 7. Monaco vs Real Madrid, 2004. When Real Madrid took on Monaco at the Santiago Bernabeu in the first leg of the 2004 Champions League, they won the game 4-2. But there seems to be no way out for Monaco, who are now mandated to win the second leg by a 2-goal margin. Things went from bad to worst when Raúl González opened the scoring for Real Madrid in the second leg, increasing the expected number of goals to 3. Just before the break, Monaco got a consolation goal, or at least that was how everyone saw it. But when the second half began, the consolation goal became the first of 3 goals needed to qualify. Guess the man who did the magic. It was Fernando Morientes, a Madrid player who was on loan at Monaco. With an aggregate of 5-5, the League One side progressed to the semi-final on away goals. Who would have imagined that? Number 8. Dortmund vs Malaga, 2013. After a goalless first leg at the La Rosaleda, Monaco went to Germany with the hopes of securing their spot in the semi-final of the 2013 Champions League. There was no clear favourite to win the game, but the Spanish side quickly acquired the favourite status in the 25th minute with a goal from Joaquin. Just before the end of the second half, Lewandowski cancelled that status with his equalizer. The game stood still in the second half until Monaco scored in the 82nd minute. That crucial away goal, it meant Dortmund would need to score twice to overturn the result from nowhere. They scored in the 91st minute, and just before Malaga would process what happened, they scored another in the 93rd minute. In the blink of an eye, Monaco went from being the favourite to the eliminated side. It was a teary night for them, while the Dortmund fans celebrated all night. Number 9. Real Madrid vs Chelsea, 2022. For safety, supporters of both clubs ought to check their blood pressures before coming to the stadium, because it was one match with unlimited suspense. The young Chelsea team began the battle with a 3-0 lead at the Bernabeu. It was in the dying minutes that Real Madrid managed to pull 2 back, preparing the ground for an unpredictable second leg. Benzema's performance at Stamford Bridge in the second leg. Chelsea, on the other hand, got 1 goal back in the first half. Although no goal came in the second half, the constant pressure by both sides made the encounter one of the most dramatic quarter-final matches ever. The defending champions were eliminated, but everyone seemed satisfied with their performance. Number 10. Bayern vs Man United, 2010.
A real test of strength awaited Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final.
This was arguably the most dramatic quarter-final of the Champions League ever. It took Wayne Rooney 63 seconds to score the opening goal. The battle to equalize started from that moment, until Frank Ribéry came to the rescue in the 77th minute. Olik smuggled in 1 more goal in additional time to complete the comeback. If the first leg was a battle, the second was a war. Old Trafford was on fire from the first minute, as the hosts scored twice in the first 7 minutes. It was 3-0 in the 41st minute, thanks to Olik, who erased 1 in the second half.
And Olic scores this time!
With Robben coming in from the left and Ribéry from the right, United's defense was restless until Robben scored a fiery volley in the 74th minute. Holding on to the away goal lead wasn't difficult, as United's defender, Raphael, had been sent off earlier. Do you think this season's quarter-final second leg match between Arsenal and Real Madrid will be added to this list? Please say in the comments.